Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss 7 topics which are very much relevant to UPSC. So let's get started with our discussion and let us see first article. Title says win for DMK in Tamil Nadu, left front in Kerala, NDA in Assam. So this is according to exit polls. So we need not bother about which political party is coming into power and which state, but we need to focus on here exit polls. So if you are talking about this exit polls, you can expect some prelims based questions and also mains based questions regarding this exit polls. So now we are going to discuss this topic in a very great detail. So this topic is important regarding GS paper 2 under polity. Okay, so now let us try to discuss this context first. So if you see context, it mainly says that here exit polls were unanimous in predicting a clean sweep for DMK led alliance in Tamil Nadu assembly elections. And next one is Left Democratic Front, that is LDF in Kerala. And next one is NDA, that is National Democratic Alliance in Assam. So this is about exit polls. So now let us try to talk about what is the meaning of exit poll and what are regulation of this, what is about this regulation of this exit polls and everything. So if you are talking about what is meaning of this exit poll, so it is a poll of voters taken soon after voter walks out after casting his or her vote. So we have polling stations or polling booths. So people will be going to this polling station to cast their vote. So after they cast their vote, whenever they are coming outside, media persons will be there and they will ask like to whom you have vote. So that is called as in simple exit polls. Okay, exit poll, it is a poll of voters taken soon after voter walks out after casting his or her vote here. So in this way, this exit poll, it is an indicator to which party forms the government here. So we can know about how many people they vote to so and so's political party. So in this way, we can expect which party which is coming into power. Okay. So this is about, in short, what is this exit poll and what is about regulation of this exit polls. Okay, seeking an amendment to Representation of People's Act, mainly to ban both of these opinion polls and as well as exit polls during period which is specified by Election Commission in 2004. Okay, so mainly we have some amendment to this Representation of People's Act here, mainly to ban this exit poll and as well as opinion poll for a specific period of time, and this specific period of time which is mainly set by Election Commission in the year 2004. And later on, based on this recommendation, and this recommendation was accepted as a part, and we came up with some amendments to this Representation of People's Act here. So finally, that led to introduction of section 126A to this act. So in this context, Election Commission advises electronic and print media not to publish or not to publicize any article or any program which is related to dissemination of results of exit polls during some published period. Okay, so this is about some brief background. And now why we need to ban this exit poll? So what are reasons or what are issues? First one is both exit poll and as well as opinion poll. Opinion poll means before conducting elections, that is before casting votes. So here media people, they will go to people and they will ask to whom they are going to vote, and they will ask about which party will come into power. So what is your expectations? So in that way here there will be some interviews that will be done, that will mainly comes under this opinion polls. Okay, so if you see here, both exit polls and opinion polls, they can be controversial if agency conducting them is perceived to be biased. Okay, so whenever any agency which is mainly conducting them, if it is any bias, then it will show some positive result towards one party here. Okay, and as well as projections of these surveys can be influenced by choice, wording, and as well as timing of a question also. Okay, it may be varied from one person to another person, and as well as it can be varied based on choice, wording, and as well as timing of asking questions also. And next one is political parties can also allege that there are many opinion and exit polls, they are motivated and sponsored by their rivals. So in this way there are also some allegations. So in this way, whenever we are going for this exit polls and as well as opinion polls, they mainly having some distorting effect on choice voters make in protracted elections, rather than simply reflecting public sentiment and as well as viewers. So because of this, we need to ban this exit polls and as well as opinion polls. So this is some static portion that you should remember regarding this topic. And now let us see next article. Title says vaccine Maitri may have to wait till July. So this article mainly talking about vaccine Maitri. So you need to remember some facts regarding this vaccine Maitri, because now we are in second wave of coronavirus. Okay, so daily we are reporting about more than 3.5 or 3.7 lakh cases every day. So in this condition, mainly to prevent this transmission of this coronavirus, we have one solution, that is vaccine. So because of this, we are trying to increase our vaccination rollout every day. So if you are talking about vaccines that are present in India, we have two vaccine candidates that got emergency use authorization from Drug Controller General of India. Those two include Covaxin and next one is Covishield. Okay. So when we want to increase our vaccination rollout every day, we need to increase production as well. But India also committed to export some vaccines to other countries in our neighborhood first policy. Okay. So because of this, here recently, because of a very huge spike in cases in India here regarding this coronavirus, we are trying to increase our vaccination rollout. So because of this, recently we halted this export of vaccines to nearby or neighboring countries here. So this is some background, and this article mainly talking about this vaccine Maitri may have to wait till July. So this article will be important regarding international relations, which comes under GS paper 2, and we need to talk about vaccine diplomacy also, okay, regarding this topic. And first, now let us see context here. So if you see context, it mainly says that India is unlikely to resume its vaccine Maitri program, okay, to its neighborhood. It includes Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka here. So India is likely to resume its vaccine Maitri program, okay, and it is going to export vaccines to neighborhood countries, for example Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka. So if you see details of this article, it mainly says that India has had to suspend this export of both commercial and also even grant, that is for a gift, okay, grant based vaccine doses to neighboring countries, because of there is increased demand of vaccines in our country because of surge of second wave of coronavirus. And if you're talking about some facts regarding this vaccine Maitri, India started this vaccine diplomacy with the name, that is vaccine Maitri, mainly through this neighborhood first policy. So under this neighborhood first policy, we are mainly focusing on our neighborhood countries. So here we are also having some vaccine diplomacy regarding this vaccine Maitri with this neighborhood first policy. And if you're talking about what is mean of vaccine diplomacy, so vaccine diplomacy, it means it is a use of vaccines to increase countries' diplomatic relationship with other countries. So we are going to have a good relation with other countries whenever we are providing some humanitarian assistance, or whenever we are providing some help whenever there is any crisis. Okay. So because of this coronavirus, each and every country which is facing crisis regarding this healthcare infrastructure, right? So because of this, whenever we are exporting this vaccines to other countries, then we can have, or we can develop a good relationship with that country. And if you see some features of this vaccine, that is Maitri, it mainly says that India supply made in India COVID-19 vaccines to its neighboring countries and key partner countries under this neighborhood first policy. And first one is Bhutan and Maldives. They are going to get first vaccines. Already they got these first vaccine, and first vaccine sent to Bhutan and Maldives, and later on Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Seychelles and even Sri Lanka, Afghanistan and Mauritius also got some doses of vaccines. Okay, so this is about just. And now let us see next article. Title says China launches key module for its permanent space station. So China, which is mainly going for development for establishment of its own space station. So this article will be very important regarding science and technology. And recently we also saw that Russia, it is going to have its own space station by 2024, right? So in the same lines here, China is also going to have its permanent space station soon. So this article will be very important regarding science and technology, and this topic will be important regarding both prelims and as well as even mains. So now let us try to discuss this article in a great detail. So this article mainly talking about permanent space station of China. So if you see context why it is in news, because recently, that is yesterday, China launched this main module of its first permanent space station, okay, and this module will host astronauts for a long term in space. So this is context. So if you see some details, it mainly says that Tianhe, okay, Tianhe, and that is Harmony module. So name of that module is Harmony module. So recently this module blasted into space atop by using a Long March 5B rocket. So here Chinese used this Long March 5B rocket and blasted this module into space here, and launched mainly tracks of the first of the 11 missions which are necessary for complete supply and as well as the crew stations by end of next year. So by end of next year they are going to have some complete and as well as complete supply and as supply of crew, okay, into space station, into space here, okay. And if you see some details regarding this mission, so this mission after minutes of launch, okay, it will be fairly opened to exposed range atop the core stage of rocket, and soon after it's separated from rocket, it will orbit around, okay, orbit around for a 1 week before falling onto earth, okay. So these are some important details regarding this topic. And now let us see next article. Title says US growth accelerates 6.4% in first quarter on stimulus boost. So because of this COVID-19 pandemic, almost all countries in world, they are affected badly based on their health and as well as even economy. So each and every sector of every country that had been affected because of this COVID-19 pandemic. Mainly to come out of that, here US government took some steps, like it came up with some fresh rounds of COVID relief money and also came up with easing anxiety. So finally it led to demand boost or domestic demand boost in USA. So this is some background, and this article will be important regarding GS paper 2 under economy and also GS paper 2 under international relations. So now let us try to understand this article in a very great detail. So this article mainly talking about US growth. So what is context? Here US economic growth accelerated in first quarter, and this economy of US fueled by massive government aid to households and as well as businesses, okay. And US also expected that will have strongest annual performance since 1984. Since 1984 onwards, this year it is going to have a good annual performance. So if you see some details regarding this article, it mainly says that GDP increased at 6.4%, okay, annualized rate last quarter. So if you are talking about last quarter, there is increase in the growth of USA's GDP, that is 6.4%, and it was second fastest pace since third quarter of 2003 and followed by 4.3 rate in fourth quarter of 2020. So when you are comparing to last year fourth quarter, there is some increase in our GDP, that is evident here. So what might be reasons? The reasons here are two important reasons. So first one is 2 additional rounds of COVID-19 relief money which is supplied by US government, and next one is there is easing of anxiety over pandemic. So because of this easing of anxiety here, further it led to increase in domestic boost or domestic demand. It led to boost in domestic demand and allowed services business like restaurants and bars, okay, to reopen. So these are some important steps that led to revival of US economy. So this is just of this topic. And now let us see next article. Title says creating critical thinkers. So this article mainly talking about education and COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, education and COVID-19. So why it is in news? Because recently there are some many debates that are happening regarding this education in this COVID-19, whether to go for continuing of these exams for especially to entrance into this higher education, or whether they need to postpone these exams here. So these are some important debates that are happening in our news channels recently, right? So what happened here, whenever we are going for conducting of exams, even though when you are taking some many effective measures or preventive measures here, like sanitizing schools or colleges where we are going to conduct this exams, so though there is some measures which are taken before time of entry of students into examination hall, so there might be large number of people they will be gathered, and even parents of those children they will be also gathered here. So because of this, it might lead to increase in transmission of this coronavirus. So this is one cause of concern here. So whenever any children who got this coronavirus positive, then what happened here, then finally it will lead to loss of that life of that person here. Okay, so it is mainly showing some threat to lives of their loved ones. So because of this article mainly talking that rather than going for examinations, we need to go for some alternatives. Okay, we need to go for reimagining of education assessments and as well as education evaluations here. So this is some gist here, and now let us talk about this article in a very great detail. So this article mainly talking about education in pandemic. So it is important in under this GS paper 2 regarding education, and this article will be very much important regarding mains point of view. Okay, and now let us try to discuss this article in a great detail. So this article mainly talking about pandemic and education. So now we are in second wave of global pandemic, right? So there are increasing number of cases day by day. So there is debate over last month that is happening regarding this education, whether to hold or to postpone board examinations instead of exploring alternatives. Okay, so whenever government insists or whenever government is going for holding of exams, that will lead to some threat to lives of their loved ones, that is children. And if you're talking about this article, it mainly talking about some alternative ways of thinking here. Okay, now here students and parents are very much anxiety because there are some valid concerns about future admissions in higher education of children. So whenever they are having some board exams, then only that will be helpful for joining in higher education. So whenever there is no exam which is conducted by schools here, okay, by government here, then what about this admission process into higher education? So this is one of panic that is present among students and as well as parents of those students who are going to enter this higher education now. And whenever government it is going for examination which is conducted on online, so there is also one concern like cheating by students. So this is second important thing. Okay, and whenever we are going for preparing question papers, okay, in that a way, in which a way we are encouraging students mainly to critically engage with material and as well as some content perspective and as well as building opinions here. So in this way what happened, whenever we are providing in a twist manner question paper, so no book will provide answers for these questions. So this is also one important cause of concern. And even if you're talking about right to education, which mainly affirms importance regarding this formative assessment, and as well as teacher could be invited to engage in evaluating students' performance across the year here. Okay, so even right to education mainly talk about this formative assessment, and as well as teachers they could be invited to engage in evaluating students' performance across the year here. So if there are any concerns regarding this assessment and as well as evaluating performance of students, they can go for performances, reports, portfolios, samples of responses, grades. They can be circulated. Okay, they can be shared across a pool of schools, and finally teacher can access or assess and provide some insightful feedback on students' performance in schools here. And finally this article mainly says that we need to go for evaluate students on their performance through the year. That will contribute towards making evaluation and learning much more holistic than we are conducting exam at year end. Then it will promote mainly rote learning. Okay, and next one is inviting higher education institutions. So whenever any students who want to write board exam and enter into this higher education stream here, so we need to encourage higher education to facilitate some online entrance exams here. So it should be either option to explore as students gear up for college admissions in this higher education. And next one is an opportunity to redefine meaningful education, and we need to concentrate mainly on changes across curriculum here. So whenever we are going to have some changes here, so this will be very much helpful for evaluation in this critical periods here. Okay, so in this way we can say pandemic provided an opportunity mainly to redefine meaningful education here. So in this context we need some urgent changes in our evaluation process here. So in this evaluation process, core issues they can be engaged with and re-evaluated to prevent students from being trapped in the current system of cramming and as well as rote learning and as well as anxiety here. So current system of education mainly focusing on by having some important questions which are repeated in previous year's papers. Okay, and finally they need to by heart those and they need to represent their answers in paper here, and finally we will go for evaluation, right? but this type of education which is not suitable now in this COVID-19 pandemic. So because of this COVID-19 pandemic, which provide an opportunity mainly to come up with reforms in our education system. So if you see what is need here is education institutions, they need to provide some complete autonomy and we need to come up with setting up of education committees with members like teachers, ethical leaders, and as well as scholars and also researchers. And finally, they need to advocate, they need to organize, and they need to implement some change national level and also at international levels regarding this education. So this is just of this topic. I hope it is clear. And now let us see next article. So before seeing next article, I want to make a small announcement on this platform. So if you want to clear UPSC in 2022, we came up with one excellent, highly beneficial and also highly economical course, that is Current Affairs package along with the mains answer writing practice. So how this course will be helpful to clear UPSC 2022? So one thing you need to remember here is before entering into examination hall, you need to know at least 1.5 years current affairs for sure. And this is right time to join this course to cover 1.5 years current affairs in a comprehensive manner. And why we need to focus on this current affairs? About 50 to 60% of questions, either it may be prelims or mains or even interview, you can expect questions from this part. So mastering of current affairs, it is very important to clear UPSC. And next one is mains answer writing practice, especially who are beginners, who are freshers, they ignore this mains answer writing practice. So finally, even though if they had cleared prelims, they cannot clear mains because of lack of proper answer writing skills. So in this course, we are focusing on how to improve your answer writing skills. And if you join this course, we also conduct prelims tests on every Sunday, and we also provide you video explanation part. So in this way, this course is exactly focusing on demand of UPSC. So finally, I want to say one thing, please don't take this course as a choice. Try to join this course as soon as possible and achieve your dream of clearing UPSC. So for further details, link which is given in description box. So please visit that once. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can talk to me on this number 8074765513. Okay, and now let's come back and let us see next article. Title says promises to keep. So this article mainly talking about US President, that is Joe Biden, and his agenda here. So this article will be important regarding international relations, which comes under GS paper 2. And now let us try to discuss this article in a great detail. So if you see this article, background mainly says that first address to joint sessions of Congress, US President made clear that his administration would continue mainly pressing forward with promises made during election campaigning. So whatever promises which are made by this Joe Biden in election campaigning, he need to focus on that. So this is the thing mainly clarified by Joe Biden in joint session of Congress here. So in this context, he said some important things like meeting the health challenges because of COVID-19 pandemic. So there is increased pressure or increased burden on healthcare. So we are going to meet this healthcare challenges. And second one is kick-starting engines of US economy and want to provide job opportunities in digital era to people. And next one is reasserting the position of his country as a driving force for democracy in worldwide. And if you're talking about coronavirus, US, it is mainly worst performance of this global pandemic, that is a COVID-19 worldwide. So now it is came up with $1.9 trillion rupees as a COVID or pandemic relief bill, and it is funding different payments of $1,400 per person to more than 160 million households here. Okay, and this said that it can boost growth of economy more than 6.6% or higher, okay, in US. And this one is it would also continue to maintain a strong military presence in Indo-Pacific region. And he also said that not to start conflict but to present one. Okay, and next one is he also owed to stand up to unfair trade practices regarding some disallowed subsidies for Chinese state here. Okay, and he also spoke about some perceived violations of fundamental freedom and rights within South China Sea because of Hong Kong and as well as even Xinjiang province region. So this is just of this topic. And now let us see next article. Title says to stop third wave, India has to mask up. So this article mainly talking about third wave in India here. Now we are facing second wave of coronavirus. So after this second wave of coronavirus subside, again we can see this third wave of coronavirus that will come into picture. And it is not like some any expectations, but it is based on some evidence here. So we are also going to see evidence which is given in this article. So this article will be important regarding GS paper 2 under health. So now let us try to discuss this article in a very great detail. So this article mainly talking about third wave of this coronavirus. So why it is in news? Because around the world, US had three distinct waves since last month here. Okay, last March. Since last March onwards in US, there are three distinct waves that are seen here. And even Brazil also, we saw three different waves are experienced. And if you are talking about in UK first wave, it is a very small, and there are some very little transmission of the cases. And now it is followed by second and third explosive waves in UK also. And if you are talking about India, we are in second wave now. So once this wave resides, there is highly likely that a third wave will build up. Okay. So after the second wave will be subsided in India, now we can see there will be third wave will build up in India here. So mainly to prevent that third wave, we need to take some active measures. So vaccine, it is a solution for prevention of this coronavirus in third wave. And next one is we need to wear mask, and we need to do some we need to follow some physical distancing, and we need to ban on some mass gatherings also, and we need to go for hand hygiene even for a while. Okay, we need to go for maintaining of our hand hygiene now and then. Okay, that is for every 1 hour or for every half an hour we need to wash our hands with soap and normal water here. Okay, and next one is only way to reduce. So these are some important ways to reduce this community transmission and to slow down the spread of coronavirus here. And if you're talking about data which is given in this article, it mainly says that American Journal of Tropical Medical and Hygiene, it mainly said that where masks were widely used here. So in that area, they saw there is low per capita mortality of this COVID-19 than compared to that of countries where there was no universal masking or universal maintaining of some precautions here. So this is just of this topic. I hope it is clear. Okay, and now let us see today's mains question. Question is, the pandemic is an opportunity to reimagine education assessments and evaluations. Elaborate. You need to elaborate on this statement. So keyword is elaborate, and you need to write answer within 150 words. So try to write answer and don't forget about writing this answer. So by this we are concluding today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos. And don't forget to enroll this current affairs package. Thank you so much.